Hey guys, so I'm going to be kicking off our series where us super mentors are going to be sharing interview tips and kind of dive into how to answer certain questions and what to expect. So for this video, I'm going to be covering the for sure question you're going to get, which is tell me about yourself. Um, and if you look up like how to prep for an interview, with whether this be for college, like medical school, or a job interview, this is probably like 99% chance that this is going to be the first question they ask you. So it's good to be prepared. It's usually probably the easiest question to answer, but it's easy to overthink your answer as well. So for my each of my medical school interviews, as well as my job interview, this was the first question they asked. So after like introductions, then they just say, "Tell me about yourself." And this is because the interviewer wants to get to know you, but they also want, like, the school wants to get to know you to see if you're going to be a good fit. So I guess I'll just kind of share how I answered the question. So, of course, they already have your application and your resume. So they know all of your activities, like professional activities and schooling. I initially said I grew up in a very small rural town in central Wisconsin um, with my parents and three brothers. And then I shared that I just graduated from UW-La Crosse. And then I went into kind of what I do now. So I shared that I'm a super mentor on the AMP Honors Program, and then a little bit about what I do. And then I also, when I did my medical school interviews, I had just started my job as a CNA. So I talked about that a little bit. And then at the end, when I was wrapping up answering the question, I shared, I think I said, and then outside of like my professional life, I am a competitive power lifter and I've traveled to many different countries and I've won 4 world championships, to kind of share like an interesting fact or hobby that I have. And I think this is really important to share something that isn't necessarily on your resume, because they want to know you outside of your professional life. Like, who are you as a person outside of work and school? Another thing that was really important for me to share, well, that I felt to share was the CNA job, especially because I had started that after I had submitted my applications. So it wasn't on my application. So I wanted them to know that I am working and gaining experience in the medical field during my gap year. So before I'll be starting school.
This has been a presentation of the CV Academics Foundation, home of the AMP Honors Program.